He looks sharp.
So, why are you here? What's the latest? Lean into the mic just a little bit. Those are our rules. As we say, Celine Dion, that baby. What, you got in touch with Erin. You said, need to come in, need to tell you guys about stuff. What stuff you got?
Well, the latest financial reports for the mayor's race were due Monday.
Let me ask you a question before you get into details. I apologize.
Sorry?
Why does that matter?
Money does not buy votes, but it certainly helps get votes. Also, money indicates how much strength you have and where it's spread out. So money contributions are very important for a campaign.
What do these latest reports tell you? They're screaming at you, right?
They're screaming at me because Adrian Perkins raised $43,000 and some cents to Ollie Tyler raising $12,000
over the past 12 days or so.
This report was from a month. It was from September 28th through October 17th.
Okay.
So it's a little bit dated, but still during those.
What does that tell you?
Well, that Tyler's campaign stalled out. I think that was clear 2 months ago, and his campaign is obviously picking up to outraise her.
Do you think Erin had made the point a couple of days ago? In fact, she's been making it over and over again for more than a week. And some people say yay and some people say nay, that the momentum right now is really with Adrian. Do you think that's right?
I think it's clearly with Adrian. Money talks. I mean, he had a very good showing on the last reports, and now to outraise an incumbent mayor by $31,000 is pretty darn strong in that time period.
Where's the money coming from? Is it businesses, friends, out of state?
All over. A good example is that he had one max contribution. He had max contribution from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 persons. All of them were local, if you include Bossier as local.
And max is $2,500.
That's max. That's correct. So there were 7 there. He had 2 local of $2,000, 1 local of $1,250. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 10 of $1,000, and 2 of those were from out of state. One was West Newton, Massachusetts. I believe that's near Harvard.
George Soros' hometown on there anywhere?
I don't know what his hometown is.
George Soros says I think he's Swiss, but go ahead.
Okay. And one guy from Frederick, Maryland, which probably is a military base. But
does that make a difference to you when you look at that? I mean, pardon me, and I don't mean to put words in your mouth, but maybe, I mean, you kind of, I'm sort of inferring that there's all this out-of-town money, and it's so sinister. You're not saying that at all.
We went through that last time. His out-of-town money was about the same. Out-of-town, we can go this. Out-of-town being outside Shreveport, Bossier, within the state of Louisiana, and then we say out-of-state. His fundraising has been pretty much consistent with Ollie Tyler's in the sense of the same amount of big contributions Shreveport, Bossier, same amount of big outside Shreveport, Bossier in Louisiana, and the same amount out-of-state.
Is there anybody doing? How are the Republican guys doing? How's Jim?
They're losing their butts.
How's Leo? How's Stephen?
This is kind of sad when
But Leo's campaign has never been based on money. That has been that sort of grassroots, door-to-door.
Oh, yeah, it always has been, yeah.
So, I mean, for to say that Savage, well, he's not raising any money now.
Actually, he has more money had more money on October 17th than Jim Talifero. He had $34.37, and Jim had $22.89. So he had $1,200.
Was it Scott Hughes? I think it was Scott Hughes mentioned to us, wasn't it, that traditionally the Shreveport mayor's race is not a big spending sort of thing, but this one, for whatever reason, and this is what I want you to tell us why, there's less money being tossed around in this mayor's race than in a long time. Is that legit?
Well, that's correct, and I disagree with Scott. In the past, the Shreveport mayor's race has been a big spending. Last time, Ollie and Patrick Williams' campaign Ollie had about 500,000. I think Williams had 400,000.
See, that to me doesn't seem like that's a ton for a Shreveport mayor's race, I guess.
I think it is. Yeah.
Do these numbers signal that Ollie Tyler's in trouble?
I think so. I think yes, there's no doubt. I mean, if you also look at Ollie last time raised 60% of her money, $55,000 or more, from contractors with the city of Shreveport. Perkins has not raised, but he's raised less than $5,000 from the contractors with the city of Shreveport. And what does that mean? That means in a runoff with Perkins and Tyler, all those people that jumped on and they make money from the city of Shreveport gave Ollie $50,000 because they have work with the city of Shreveport. They're going to be looking to say in the rearview mirror, we better be putting some on the other side. He did not pick up much money from
Basically,
those people in this reporting period, which means they're going to be looking at their pocketbooks in the runoff because they can give. Again, in the runoff, it's a different. You can give the same amounts of money.
Got to cover their bets, right?
Yeah,